The attention, anxiety, and anger in the recent debate on immigration generated rifts in our community. Over the past several weeks, in conversations I've had with people on both sides of this issue, and in discussions with key stakeholders, a few common themes became clear to me. First, we can all agree that immigration is a complex issue. Not surprisingly, this has caused confusion in the public about the county's authority and jurisdiction in the area of immigration and the relationship between federal and local governments. Second, organizations and individuals in the community have expressed their desire and commitment to address the real fear some in the immigrant community are experiencing as a result of the uncertainty and chaos coming from the federal government and the troubling executive orders we've seen. Now let me be clear. The fear in the immigrant community is real and legitimate. Third, the Howard County Police Department has strong working relationships with community groups, and more importantly, the police department is committed to building on and improving upon those relationships. These relationships are critical for the county's nonprofit partners to continue their outreach and encourage victims to report crime without any fear. I'd like to take a quick aside because over the past year or so, religious facilities around the country have been targeted. African American churches, mosques, Sikh temples, and most recently synagogues, they've all experienced threats or heinous attacks. Our police department, Chief Gardner and his team, continuously monitor what's going on around the country and take proactive steps to work with our religious community leaders to ensure the safety of their congregants and their holy places. A final theme is that better, more clear communication about police and county government policies are critical to convey that there is no uncertainty in Howard County, that immigration status is not part of the police or government interactions with the community, and that we all make sure that no resident lives in fear. From these themes, tangible and practical actions have emerged. As the executive has already described, HCPD and the county government, along with key partners, will review and revise as needed relevant policies and practices regarding their interactions with the immigrant community. With the appropriate resources committed and the right people engaged, this important action can be accomplished and have a real and positive impact. The outcome of this review will be to make sure the policies are easy to understand and that the community is aware of those policies and can easily access them, as well as help disseminate this information. Over the past several weeks, there has been an unfortunate focus on the division in our community over this issue. What has not been highlighted are the fact that there have been constructive conversations and specific actions that people across our county have undertaken to address those concerns. And Hector, I believe your group has been at the forefront of taking many of those actions. Working with Executive Kittleman, Chief Gardner, council members, leaders in the nonprofit community, including Jen Pollitt Hill from HopeWorks and especially Hector Garcia from Fern, the focus has been on our shared commitment to combat the fear experienced by some in our community. I'd like to share a quick story, if you will. I received a few emails from a particular constituent that supported CB9. She's an immigrant herself and was concerned for the people she provides counseling for through volunteering in the community. These are immigrants in the community. It was clear from her emails that she did not understand the county's jurisdiction and responsibilities related to the troubling executive orders. During our conversation, I was able to address her concerns and questions about the county's immigration role and discuss the actions we outlined here today. Her reaction to those actions was to agree that this will help to address the fear in the immigrant community, but more importantly, she said that she wanted to be a part of implementing these actions. This demonstrates that through constructive dialogue, even people who might disagree on the outcome of the legislation can agree on working to make a positive difference in our community to address these fears. So now we need to move forward, and we need to move forward together. Like my constituent, I call on my fellow Howard County community members to turn their compassion and concern into action. Volunteer to support this effort, to reach out to our immigrant neighbors by contacting David Lee, offer your support directly to Fern and HopeWorks by contacting Hector or Jen, and find a way to lend your energy and your voice to helping us in this effort.